Hello and welcome. This is Kristen from Life of Crafting, and what I've got here is I think I'm going to start a new series. I'm trying to use up paper in my stash, and I think I know I've wanted to try the Call Me Crafty Al's Sheetload of cards. Every month she comes out with a new sketch, and what I like about it is if you follow her sketch, you basically get to make however many cards without any paper scraps kind of left behind. If I understand that correctly. I guess I'll know more when I get done this. So what I was thinking was paper packs from Stampin' Up, like this one, come with 12 sheets. It's usually got 6 combos of sheets, and what I mean is, like, and I don't know why I cut this one, but like one sheet, you know, they're double-sided. So with having 6 combos, I have 12 sheets. So I'm thinking, what if I did, this is a 12 part for this paper pack, and I pick one of her sketches per month to do per sheet. I don't know if it's gonna work because this is my first time doing it, but I'm thinking this may be a good way to introduce myself to her concept of doing these. And I'm thinking, you know, if we do this as a 12 part, if I did it once a week in, you know, I know there's 13 weeks in a quarter, but I'm thinking, you know, that would give me 4 paper packs I could use up just in this method in a year. And truthfully, I'm so used to doing cards in these huge volumes of cards, I get burnt out. I'm at that point now where I'm like kind of burnt out from doing the cards that I had prepped from my, and I still have like 1 or 2 more cards to go through. So I thought, you know what, this would be a good thing. Let me just break away. This says it makes 8 cards, but this is using 4 6x6 pattern papers. So as you know, 1 sheet is going to bear me the 6x6. And I thought, you know what? I don't know why this got cut this way. I've got these papers here. If I can make this one work, because this is for a mini slimline, that may be a good start. If it doesn't, I'll figure something out to make up for that small whatever difference on this one. So I'm going to get 8 cards out of this. It looks like it's a pretty simple design in the fact that you've got one big panel on the front. This particular one, because I watched her video, is a card where the front is not the full width as the back. So this little piece over here that we'll be showing, and I'll go through this more as we're going, is just going to be a small scrap. This paper pack is called the Floral Boutique, and this was one that came out, ooh, I don't even know. If I had to guess, probably 2019. Let me get my glasses on. If I had to guess, it was probably around 2019, maybe 2018. I'm looking for a copyright date. It's really weird. I would think they'd have it, but they don't. But this was a really nice paper pack. It was their Night of Navy color, which is still a current color for them, and white. And everything in the paper pack was just those 2 colors. So like this particular paper has these, and like I said, I'm not gonna go through the whole thing because I will go through this as the rest of the series goes on. So it's a good way for me to start too, because there's only 2 colors involved, truly. So I'm thinking this will be good. I'll start this today. I do want to bring in a pop of color, so I'm going to put the rest of that paper pack aside. I had bought this stamp set and I really hadn't done a whole lot with it. It's Unused Vintage Roses, and I'm thinking I want to bring a pop of color in, so I'm going to get me some ink pads in a yellow family. I think that'll be a good pop of color, and then it'll also allow me to participate in Anna White's the yellow for April. I'm not exactly sure of the hashtag. I will, before I finish this video, get into that. So anyway, for this I need 4 sheets of a 6x6 paper pack, which 1 12x12 sheet is going to do that for me. Like I said, I'm blessed in the sense that the back and the front will coordinate. I need 5 sheets of 8.5x11 cardstock. So I need 4 in one color and 1 in a second color. Because of what I have here, I think I'm gonna pick my card base to be the white. I will pick the one that I need to be in the paper pack is for 6x6. I think I'm going to use this on my card front, and then the little piece, I think I may do this. I may change my mind as we go. So right now, that is my plan. Is I'm going to start with these. Let me go get my colors for the yellow, and I would love to bring in some of the ribbons. I have tons of ribbon, so I'm also trying to get rid of some of my stash. So I'm gonna go look and see what I have, and then when I come back I will walk you through some of what I was able to dissect and cut out. So I'll be back. Welcome back. This is Kristen again, and I'm gonna save one of these and walk you through, and I'll be honest, the more I got into it, there was a few stumbling blocks, hurdles, whatever you want to say. This was the instruction sheet, and what you were supposed to do was take the 6x6 and cut it so that you had cut it in half, so you had 3 and 3, and then it was going to be 4.5, and then you used the 1.5, and that was where there was this sheet, and then this was the 1.5. So if you remember, I had already had a couple of cuts, and when I laid it out for this design, I had to make a few adjustments, and that's where it kind of started getting a little crazy. Then you're supposed to take the 8.5 by 11, and if you have it so the length is going, you know, you're going up and down like a regular sheet of paper, you would cut it at 3.5, 3.5, and score it on the long side at 6.25. Not a big deal, I could do that. And then take another cardstock color and just make some 3" by 1" cuts. So what happened was, if you look, some of these had to get some yellow strips added to them. That was the ones that were already cut and I had issues with. These were probably what they should have looked like. I did have to trim back this flap, so I don't know. My paper is supposed to be 8.5 by 11, but I did have to cut it back slightly because, well, one of the things was I added layers. I took a card class and I learned from this woman named Gail, and she layered everything up. So for me, things just look bare without layers. So I did add a layer underneath of my printed paper here, and even adding that extra 1/8 of an inch, it was still like too long to the amount of width. So I just trimmed that back a little bit, and I felt like it didn't matter because I still, if you see, there's still a bunch of paper here that would still show. So that was fine. I did add a layer of, this is Stampin' Up's Night of Navy and their white paper pack. This was available, like I said, several years ago, and it was very, very popular. It was all over Pinterest, and everybody was just doing everything. They loved this paper, and I had been holding on to it. It was just time for me to start using it. So I did opt to do the white on the front with the navy inside because I wanted to use the Night of Navy as my layer. I had some scraps that I wanted to use up, and that was great. I did choose to fishtail. Hers did not. They were square here. So I did choose to fishtail my sentiment strips, and I was using this Old to New Vintage Roses stamp set, and I'll be honest, this was way more intense with the stamping than I expected it to be. I chose to do the yellow because, again, this is going to be part of the Anna White's yellow of April. I chose to use Crushed Curry as my darkest color, Daffodil Delight, and then the Pineapple Punch from Stampin' Up. And I guess just the one is discontinued. But those were the colors I chose to use for the yellow. And the green, I didn't know until I was watching the YouTube video on how to line up one of these flowers, is that there should have been 3 colors. I just did 2. I did Mossy Meadow for the dark and Wild Wasabi for the light. And Wild Wasabi looks like it's discontinued as well, so I apologize, but you know, you're supposed to use 3 colors of yellow and 3 colors of green, and I only used 2 because I just didn't know, but I still think they came out very well detailed. And the other thing was I wanted to use up some ribbon, and this is just an old Grow Green ribbon I had of Stampin' Ups that's from that Daffodil Delight color, so that let me use that up. So these, the papers when I got them were too short, is what because they were already cut. So I had to do something because I could have taken the white all the way over, but it just didn't look right. I added this strip of yellow in. I felt this was just a way to bring in this color and add to it. And I don't think it looks as weird. I was kind of like trying to figure it out. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough. I couldn't just bring the printed paper over. I was actually running short on the printed paper as well. So like this one, if you look, it was supposed to be like 1.5, and I only had an inch. So I just, and like I said, I just kind of fooled around with how I laid out my inside pieces. So that's what I had for you. The stamp is, if you hold on, let me grab that. I had 2. I really wanted a script for this one. So the first one I started with was this one. And this is from, I do the Allentown Stamp Expo, and there's a company that goes there every year, and they have a purple as rubber. I want to say it's like, they have purple or something in their name. If I can think of it, I'll post it. This was there, but I really just didn't think it fit. The font just didn't seem to fit, but I did stamp it and it came out okay. So I did leave that one. And then I did the rest of them with this one. And this is Endless Creations, it says. C130, so I have no idea. It was, just says happy birthday on the side, so I don't really know. I got this used, and I don't remember where. So this was the happy birthday, and I thought it really came out nice with the design. So this is my first sheet load of cards from April 2022. I hope that I'm forgiven for, basically I followed it, but I didn't. I kind of bumped it up, took it to another level with all the layers. So hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to be doing more. I'm already starting my layout for March of 22's layout. If I had to guess, and I didn't have the problems I had with the trying to get my layered stamps, if I had something quick and fun, quick and easy, I bet you I could have got these done in like 2 hours. So this was really fun. I enjoyed doing this. My other concern was I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to use for an envelope on this. But I really enjoyed this. There's more coming, and like I said, I was going to try and do these once a month, but I may be able to move in a few other additional ones. And the next one is a totally different card pack. So stay tuned. Thanks a lot. See you later.